Alright, now, where did I leave that pesky box? Ah, right there. Okay, let's see exactly what secrets you hold.
Be careful, Sophie. You don't want this key to break.
Alright, so we gotta put the metal one in there. Plaster one in there. Hold thing, turn key. Hopefully they don't have to be simultaneous. They do not. Alright, Digby. Really, really slowly.
Performing the duties of his office.
Digby C. Caesar.
No.
Well, hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. I am Digby. Today is Tuesday, and that means we are getting back into yet another game that we left hanging on the channel. And today, it's going to be This Bed We Made. Now, we are actually getting far enough into the story that it's getting a little bit difficult to do recaps, but I will do my best. However, if you do want to catch up completely, this game is part of a playlist, and if I think of it, I will try and put a link to that playlist in the description below. So in a really, really quick synopsis, This Bed We Made is a murder mystery that takes place in a hotel during the 1950s in Canada, and the heroine of our little tale is a Nancy Drew type chambermaid named Sophie, who has absolutely no moral qualms about going through other people's stuff, so she has a tendency to basically poke around the rooms that she's supposed to be cleaning, and in doing so, she has inadvertently stumbled over a bit of a mystery. Now, there are 3 rooms on the 5th floor that are kind of central to this so far. There is the room of the private investigator, who we actually thought originally was investigating us, only to find out that he is actually investigating some sort of infidelity thing. And then we've got a couple named Cruz that is also on the 5th floor, and while we thought it was Mr. Cruz having the affair originally, it turns out that it might be Mrs. Cruz, whose old college roommate, who is actually in the process of getting a divorce, is staying in the hotel with her son as well. Oh, and is also on the 5th floor. Now, we have been through basically everybody's rooms and everybody's luggage, but in the last episode, we stumbled across a locked box that is going to take 2 keys to open, one of which was with Mrs. Cruz, and the other one which was with Mrs. Beaumont. Now, we have made some progress. We did manage to get our hands on one of them, but Mrs. Cruz actually took the second key with her when she left the hotel earlier, so our erstwhile assistant Beth, who is actually in charge of the front desk, has told us that if we can bring her some plaster and some candle wax, she might be able to make a copy and we can get into the box. So yeah, we know where there's a candle. It's in the locker of a fellow employee named Rebecca down in the basement. And once we get our hands on that, we should be able to go talk to Beth at the front desk, get a duplicate copy of the key, and hopefully get into the box. Oh, and even more interestingly, we haven't actually had the murder yet that is going to make this turn into a murder mystery. So we still have that to look forward to as well. We've got a metric ton of information that we are hoping to learn, and absolutely none of that's going to happen if I don't get moving now and go find that candle. Oh, and probably worth mentioning that in 1950s Canada, and I don't know if this is actually, like, historically accurate or not, but in this 1950s Canada, being gay is apparently illegal, and divorce is, well, let's just say it's frowned upon. Okay, what do we got? We are looking for Rebecca. So we've got Yvette, Susan, Wendy, Janine, Carol, Zoe, Nicole, Victoria, Beth. Oh, ooh, Beth's is open. Yes, please, I'll snoop. What do we got going on in here, Beth?
Wait, is this you, Beth? What on earth led to this picture being taken?
You know what? I'm kind of hoping we find that out too eventually, because there's a crocodile and a snake in it. And Beth, I mean, definitely interesting.
Are you looking to buy land? I know you grew up on a farm. Maybe you're looking to get back to nature.
I have a feeling she's just looking for a little bit of privacy. Okay, can't check out the makeup, but we can check out the matchbook.
Didn't I find one of these in Anne's room too? The White Cat must be a popular spot.
Yeah, I've got suspicions about the White Cat as well. Alright, well, back to it. So we've got... Oh, you know we gotta look in my locker. What have I got in here? Nothing down bottom. We have got...
Haven't gotten
jar.
any tips so far today.
I can't believe you've ever gotten a tip ever, the way you go through everybody's stuff. Apparently we are dreaming of a sailboat. Ariadne's legacy. Okay, and then we have a note. Is it going to explain anything about Ariadne?
Being recognized for doing a good job. That feeling never gets old.
Sophie, I've noticed a real improvement in the quality of your work lately. I've heard a few guests saying how clean their rooms are after you go through them. Who knows, maybe you'll manage to steal the Employee of the Month award, reward from Wendy. Actually, I feel like Wendy might have other things on mind at the moment. Okay, what do we got? Rebecca, please tell me there's a candle in here somewhere. I mean, technically we need candle wax, not a candle. And I don't see either of those things in here. So we've got 2 notes, that's it.
So you do have a stash of candles. But where is it?
Okay, kitchen's out of power again. I can barely see a thing. Bernard wants us to continue working, but I'm not risking chopping off my fingers for that blowhard. Our boss Bernard is also not terribly popular, I should mention. Didn't you start hoarding candles since the last power outage? I remember you saying you never wanted to be caught in the basement again. Where is your stash? Please, Bobby. To which Rebecca hopefully replied... Rebecca, the VIP guest in room 602 is getting on my nerves. He keeps ordering food that's not on the menu. We don't usually do special orders, but Bernard was adamant that we make all of his wishes come true. Do I look like a genie? That's not even the worst of it, though. Every night he barges in the kitchen as if he was at home, asking for meat for his precious little terriers. Who feeds dogs $4 roast beef? I can't even afford $4 roast beef for myself. Okay, so that's the Bobby that was asking about the candles, which means we probably ought to see if we can find Bobby's locker. We got Anthony, Jacques. Ah, there you are. Okay, Bobby, have you got the candles? No, you do not, but apparently you have stashed them somewhere.
No candles, but this looks like the laundry room.
Hello, horseshoe shape. Okay, so candles were... Oh, you know what? They're probably in there, but let's just double check. Nope, no sign. Yeah, I think they were here at the corner, were they not? They were. I'll have that.
Got a candle. Now, what next?
Oh, I'm assuming we go give it to Beth along with the plaster.
There you are.
I'm not sure I understand what the plan is here.
Well, when I was little, we had padlocks on many of the farm's sheds. My dad would always lose the keys, so one day he made a mold of them using wax and plaster. I was thinking of doing the same.
Are you sure it's gonna work?
Absolutely not. But hey, I guess we won't know until we try.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's do this. Okay, to start, we need to pour the wax from the pot.
Oh my god, am I actually gonna have to pour this? I am. Alright, Digby, be gentle.
Have you done this before? You're a real pro. Now, time to put the key into the wax.
You are not gonna make a key out of the plaster. There's just no way. Oh, there's my cursor.
Let's give it a few seconds, so the mold really takes form. Okay, I think you can remove it. Well, we're almost there. Just pour the cup of plaster into the mold.
And hopefully the lady doesn't notice that her super secret key is now covered in candle wax.
All right. Now we wait for it to dry.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
I don't know. I guess we'll keep poking it every now and then.
I bet you didn't think you'd be making a plaster key today, huh?
Indeed. But I like it. It's rare that this job allows me to use my creative side.
Your creative side?
Well, granted, this key won't end up in any museum, but I enjoy the occasional artistic endeavor.
Like being a dancer? You know what? Like taming alligators? Although if we tell her that, she's gonna know we were poking around in her locker. Although on the other hand, it does have the question mark, which means it is the story option, so what the hell?
Like posing with alligators?
How do you know about that?
Oh, I think it must have slipped out of your locker because I saw this picture of you in a long white dress and...
Oh my, you did? What did you think of it?
Probably should also mention that I'm reasonably certain Beth has a bit of a crush on us. You know what? I quite liked it.
I loved it, actually. It was unique, I guess. Artistic?
Yeah. Those pictures were taken by a very close friend of mine a few years back. Ziva Rivers was her name. Earth-shattering talent, but a bit too controversial for most people's sensibilities.
Oh. Are you still friends?
No. We went our separate ways. It's a shame. She really captured me. My essence.
Your essence is to tame alligators?
My essence is to fear nothing.
Yeah, I can tell. I really admire that about you.
I'm sure under that sweet exterior, you're pretty fearless too. Haven't you ever done something really scary? I mean, other than snooping on a potential creep.
Does sailing count?
Excuse me? You sail? On a boat?
I used to, with my grandpa. But when he died, we had to sell the boat to pay off his debts.
Oh, that's too bad. I would have loved to go with you.
Okay, definitely sweet on us. You know what? Yeah.
Maybe it'd be possible to borrow a boat for a day. I think one of Grandpa's friends still has his.
Really? That would be great. I just love trying new things.
I'll see what I can do.
Hey, look. I think it's dry.
I can't believe it worked. I could not have done this without you.
Yeah, probably not. Well, I should get back upstairs before Bernard notices my absence, if he hasn't already. Let me know how it goes with the key. Oh, and be careful while turning it, okay? You wouldn't want it to break inside the lock.
Yeah, I'll be careful. Thank you for everything.
No problem.
Oh crap, hopefully breaking the key is not a thing that might happen. So we have the key, right? Now let's just clean this up though and get rid of the evidence. Now, back to room 507. Alright, now, where did I leave that pesky box? Ah, right there. Okay, let's see exactly what secrets you hold.
Be careful, Sophie. You don't want this key to break.
Alright, so we gotta put the metal one in there. Plaster one in there. Hold thing, turn key. Hopefully they don't have to be simultaneous. They do not. Alright, Digby. Really, really slowly. Oh, there's a heart on it.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
Okay, in Atlanta, I noticed yours was pretty worn down, so I decided to buy you a new one. I hope you like it, and since you enjoyed it so much, here's a little puzzle to figure out the combination. Okay, this is going to be the 4-letter code to the box in the other room. Okay, 2 5-letter words is the key, both related to her history. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. From the first one, take the first 2. From the last one, take the last 2. Okay. I'm thinking it might be easier to actually go physically look at the, like the picture of them in college or whatever it was. Okay, unlike my favorite bar, this one was black, and her favorite bar is the white cat. So the top one's probably white. So WH, an alliterative name will surely take you back. Okay, you know what? That I'm willing to bet we can figure out fairly easily. Now, is there anything else in here we need? I hope you get better. Just... oh, try to rest today. I will bring you hot soup after class. That's going to be a college thing. And we got... the postman always rings twice,
you
okay.
to the movies. Let me guess. You said yes.
Oh yeah, she said yes. That would explain the 2 tickets. Okay, postman always rings twice. Again, not exactly subtle. Playing at Lowe's Theater is based on a novel I read a while back. I'm sure you would love it as you like crime stories and murders. There's nothing creepy about that. Okay, can I look at the picture? I can barely listen to Sister Miller's lecture today. In secret language, all I do is look at your lips and imagine kissing you. I can't wait for tonight. Ah, saucy. So is that a critical one? Apparently not, unless I actually did keep it. Okay, dear Anne, just heard Doris Day on the radio. Made me think of you. I know how much you love Sentimental Journey. Counting every mile of railroad track, that takes me back. Last time I was in Texas, blah blah blah. Felt like coming home, now strangely it feels away from home. Family seems to have noticed my odd behavior, but of course I cannot tell them about you, even though I wish I could. I feel like climbing on the roof in the tallest building in Austin and shouting my feelings for you at the top of my lungs. God, I sound like a giddy teenager in love for the first time. Maybe I am. Sometimes I am scared that all this time was you with nothing but a dream too good to be true. I long for your embrace and the taste of your sweet lips. I love you, Marcella. I'm assuming the M is Marcella. Now, oh, we do have a picture of the 2 of them together. I'm guessing that's the 2 of them together. And it does look like we are keeping all this stuff, which is good. Okay, dear Anne, I'm sorry it took me so long to answer your last letter. Has it been 6 months since I left Montreal? As you always say, le temps passe si vite. My parents are glad. I'm sorry, I just murdered the French on that. Anyway, parents are glad I'm done with my studies. They always thought it was a strange idea for me to go to university. Now they want me to find a husband and have children like any other woman. I think I will. The past few months I had a lot of time to reflect on our relationship. You know my feelings for you, and I hope you never forget how much I love you. But we cannot hide our heads in the sand any longer. We were lucky our story lasted as long as it did, and foolish to think it would last forever. Our love is forbidden, and hiding it from my family is proving more and more difficult every day. You will always have a special place in my heart, but I believe it is time for us to go our separate ways. You made me feel like a teenager. You made everything but the present disappear. Now I need to be an adult and think about the future. Oh, crap. I was kind of hoping this was all going to work out for him. Now, they do say the course of true love doth not run smooth. Now, I was going to say, can I please pick up the keys again and maybe shut the box? Can't shut the box, but, oh, hang on. Okay, so we do have the rest of the stuff. Okay, dear Anne. Oh, these are the things I actually just took out, which means, can I actually investigate? There we go. Okay, college picture. So they were in Mount Royal. So Royal is going to be the first bit. I'm assuming, oh no, the second bit actually. And the white cat here is going to be the second one. So it's going to be WHAL. I mean, it doesn't make a huge amount of sense, but maybe that's the code? I mean, if it isn't, I will sit here and go through the rest of the notes until I figure out exactly which 2 5-letter words we need. But that feels like it might be a really good place to start. Alright, so the good news is the back 2 we do have an AL, but the first 2 there is no W, which means the white cat is probably wrong. Okay, so what if we try Doris Day, which gives us an IS. That's the alliterative name instead of the other thing. And then we still have to get the first one. And the first one is... Oh, hold on. Okay. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. It's not a cat. I'm pretty sure your favorite bar is the White Cat. From the White Cat downtown. Well, what else do we have that it might be? Oh, hang on, we've got a cat collar. Could it be the cat's name? Ah, okay, so Greta was her favorite cat that... Well, unlike the black cat thing, she wasn't white, but it was Greta. I knew there was going to be a name in here somewhere that would fit. Okay, you know what? G-R-I-S sounds about right. Hopefully those letters are actually on here. Okay, G-R-I-S, please work. Holy crap, it worked. Okay, what is in this case that's so all-fired secret? A typewriter, okay.
That novelist, Bridget Boswell, is actually you, Marcella?
Oh my god, okay, so Marcella is writing all the books around the place? You know, I prefer a good old crime story, but last week I came upon a romance novel with an intriguing title, and they were roommates. I bought it on an impulse at the train station and read it from cover to cover during the journey. Can you imagine my surprise when I recognized our story? You may have changed the names and locations, but all of our moments are there. Our endless discussions in the dorm room, our first date at the theater, our trip to Quebec. You often said writers are thieves, but I never fully understood that until now. It's been almost 10 years since the last time you wrote to me. The letter that painted our relationship is nothing more than a summer fling. At first I could not believe you had written those words, then I waited in vain for your answer, and had to accept your love for me had never been real. Aww. Next page. Okay, so there were multiple pages. For many years I was broken-hearted, angry, confused. I questioned the nature of our feelings and our attraction and made many wrong decisions. But this book, your book, am I foolish to think it's proof you really love me? In any case, I hope you are well and I'm happy to see you accomplished your dream of becoming a writer. Yours sincerely.
Oh, Anne.
Oh, wait a minute.
Murder might be a bit much, but you deserve some kind of justice.
Okay, dear Marcella, I didn't expect you to reply to my letter, but I'm happy to see I was wrong. Your words have comforted me in a time of great distress. If only Lewis was half the man you say Hector is. He has quite a temper and hits me frequently. I'm willing to put up with it as long as he doesn't hurt Michael, but there are some days when it becomes almost unbearable. The other day I dreamt of our first date. We were watching The Postman Only Rings Twice again, but suddenly we were in the movie. You were Lana Turner and I was John Garfield, and we were both plotting to kill my husband. I hate to admit it, but I hope it was almost premonitory. To answer your question, I do still have our box. My brother is currently in Atlanta for work, and I was thinking of going to see him with Michael next month. If you were able to meet me there, we could open the box. Oh, I've already snooped in it. That would be a bit depressing for both of you, I think. Oh, we can open it together and laugh at the silly things we thought important all those years ago. Hope to hear from you soon. Yours. Do you remember the secret language we invented so Sister Miller couldn't understand the notes we passed during her class? I still do. Okay.
I do like a happy ending. I just hope that's where your story is headed.
Okay, so she sent her a signed version of the book. I do have a few comments to make the next one better. I believe Rose should have been more concerned with what she deserves than what her husband deserves. He may not deserve the pain she will cause by leaving him, but they both deserve to be happy, and they won't be as long as they remain together, as long as she doesn't listen to her own needs. Also, I think it'd be great if it ended on a more positive note. Imagine if Rose left her husband and rode into the sunset with Eve. Imagine if they went to New York or LA or someplace where people like us are tolerated. Imagine if they got to have their happy ending. It would be the best story ever. I know you say invisibility protects us, but don't you just wish to be seen sometimes? Wouldn't you like people to know you are Brigitte Boswell, to recognize you on the street and recognize you for your own work? Why not publish the next one in your own name? Probably because she doesn't want to go to jail.
Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary, but all along, you meant to reunite with Anne.
Okay, how do you do it? How do you manage to live a double life? To hide your work and novels from your husband? I have so much less to hide, and yet... Michael and I are staying at the Clarion Hotel until we find a place to stay and the divorce is done. You know how long... Oh, I don't know how long it will take. Could you please come see me in Montreal? I really need you by my side right now. P.S. I wouldn't put it past Louis to scour every hotel guest book in the region looking for me under his surname, so I've registered under the name Beaumont. Okay, yeah, I'm starting to see how this is going to end in a murder. Alright, so is there more info in the next one?
After all this, turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcella? That's a lot sweeter than I expected.
Although you don't know me, I think I can safely say I'm your biggest fan. Your novels have changed my life. After the war, I spent almost 10 years in a psychiatric hospital because of panic attacks. None of the treatments were working, I wasn't getting any better. I became friends with one of the nurses who started lending me books so I could pass the time. I didn't really like the first ones, but then I picked up Brigitte Boswell's first novel, Your Novel. I had never read such a beautiful love story, it almost brought tears to my eyes. I immediately urged the nurse to get me more of your books. Believe it or not, the more I read, the less panic attacks I had. The doctors thought it was their new medication finally working, but I knew the truth. Your novels gave me the courage to get in contact with Lindsay, a friend from the war. I had always felt for him the same way your characters feel for each other, but I had never dared tell him. Now I have, thanks to you. The thought of seeing you again is what motivated me to get better and leave the hospital. I hope to hear... Oh, the thought of seeing him, not you, sorry. Anyway, yeah, I hope to hear from him soon. Oh, okay, so after my discharge, I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me. I discovered Brigitte was a pseudonym, so tracking you down took longer than I thought. Fortunately, I'm a very patient and resourceful man, and I will never give up. Do you think we could meet? I have so much more to tell you, Paul. Okay, I thought that was actually from Anne Beaumont, but no, looks like it might be from the private detective.
I'm glad you were able to open up to Marcella like this. Everyone needs someone to talk to.
Can you please forgive me for tricking your editor into giving me your address? I have a feeling this is going to end terribly here. I wanted to thank you for the encouraging words concerning Lindsay. I still haven't heard from him. I'm starting to fear I might have the wrong address. I wish you could take a train to Virginia, but that's not an option right now as I can barely pay the rent. Okay, I dreamed of being an actor, blah blah blah. Hope you don't mind, you seem to be a good listener, and I've been feeling rather lonely since I left the hospital. Anyway, please tell me more about your life. Do not hesitate to write long letters. I must have read your previous one 1,000 times already.
An advance on my salary. So Marcella hired you. But what for?
Okay, I just received a letter from Lindsay's mother. She tells me he's dead. Words cannot even begin to describe how empty I feel. He died 2 years ago before I even sent my first letter. He will never know my feelings for him, and I will never know if he could have loved me back. I guess I should have known this would end in pain, just like your novels. I wish I had his ability to find beauty everywhere, even during the war. Amidst the death and the chaos, he would marvel at the forests of Germany, at the sun, the birds. I have to admit, your proposition took me by surprise. I was hesitant to leave home at first. I was afraid to miss Lindsay's answer, but now there's nothing keeping me here. I am desperate for anything that will help me forget the pain, but I don't have enough money to make it to Texas. Do you think you could give me an advance on my salary? In spite of everything, I'm really excited to know I'll finally meet you. Okay.
So, let me get this straight. Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz are some kind of star-crossed lovers?
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Well, I may be able to help with that.
Really? How?
Oh, some mail arrived earlier for Mrs. Beaumont.
Oh, you little snooper.
You've opened it, right?
Me? Disregarding someone's privacy? Of course I did.
I am a bad influence on you.
Or have we been bad influences on each other? I guess we'll never know.
So, what's in it?
It's 3 train tickets, and, there's a tourism pamphlet for California.
California?
Well, it makes sense. It's much more progressive there than it is here.
So, Anna and Marcella want to go there to live their love freely.
Anne and Marcella, huh? You 3 are best pals now?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah. But what about Mr. Morgan, though? I mean, Paul. How does he fit into all of this?
Okay, I'm not sure, because he was a fan and she hired him. So, you know what? I got no clue.
I'm not sure exactly. I'd say Hector hired him to find out about his wife's affair, which would explain why the two of them argued last night, but... Well, I think Marcella's the one who hired him. Plus, it seems he's a fan of her novels, so I'm confused.
Wow, me too. And why did he have those pictures of you?
I guess we'll never know for sure, but I don't think it was ever about me.
It's always been about Anne and Marcella.
Exactly.
I'm not
Well,
sure.
it feels a tad anticlimactic, but who needs drama, right?
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
It sure did. You know, after today, I think I get why you're so interested in the lives our guests lead. I try to forget they exist as soon as I'm done interacting with them. But once in a while, it's nice to remember that, well, even the most put-together person could be an absolute mess on the other side of the door.
Oh, you know we gotta know. Who are you behind closed doors?
What about you? Who is Beth Lambert when no one's looking?
I like to think that with me, what you see is what you get. But maybe an extra Snoopy super sleuth could uncover a few more layers. Maybe ones I didn't even know I had.
Challenge accepted.
Come see me when your shift ends, all right? We could leave together if you want.
Sure. If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
Ooh, a sleepover. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
I know, but isn't my way so much more fun?
Well, we could take a page out of Michael's book and decorate it, and then spend the night throwing stuff at Bernard whenever he comes through the lobby.
Oh, now you're talking.
I just have to finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave.
Oh, okay. Well, unfortunately, Sophie, that's gonna have to wait until the next episode because I am officially out of recording time. Oh, and we also haven't actually found the murder yet, so I have a sneaking feeling that is more likely to be the thing that happens to us next, rather than us getting to actually leave with Beth. Oh well, I suppose we will find out where it's all going in the next one. And on that mysterious note, as always, I've been Digby. I thank you guys for stopping by. Really hope you guys enjoyed this episode of This Bed We Made. And yeah, I hope to see you for the next one.